Hello Cancer. Welcome to the channel. This is Asnointia here. For those of you who are returning, thank you so much for liking, sharing, and subscribing to the channel. And for those of you who are new, welcome. So this is a general love reading, and I'll be looking into the feelings and emotions of the person that you're connecting with on a romantic level. What it is that they are feeling and thinking towards you currently. The deck that I'm using is the Goddess Oracle deck by Amy Sophia Marashinsky. So some of you may have been in a relationship with this person, could have been in the past, could be quite current. For others of you, you may have had a situationship. For a small portion of you, you may have a connection with this person that you know has a lot of chemistry, but no one's really speaking up. For those of you who are new, my method of reading is just slightly different. I do have the ability of channeling through my higher intuitive self to get the answers that we need. I do not channel through any spirit guides. I never have, and I do have reasons for that. Also, at the end of this reading, I do channel Archangels Michael, Raphael, Gabriel, and Uriel to provide you with some advice based on what comes up today. A lot of intense cards here. Intense feelings. Here we have feelings and emotions. Betrayal. After that, we have relationship. Doubt. Hearth and home. Then we have grief, followed by mothering, and then we have growth under the bottom of the deck, the overall arching theme. I'm going to express to you what it is that your person of interest is feeling towards you currently. Abundance, we also have. That does talk a lot. It's the overall arching theme here, and talks about money, finances. I'm going to express to you what it is that your person of interest is feeling. Some of you might resonate with this. Some of you may wonder who this person is. Sometimes it's not exactly the individual that you're thinking of, but it has happened in the past where a person from your past may not be over you, and they may be thinking about you. This is for those of you that may not know who this person is. But for the majority of you, you do know who your person of interest is. And this is what they're feeling. Of course, this is a general love reading, so it's not going to resonate for everybody. It's not a private reading. You guys know that. My dear Cancer, I do feel that in this connection there is this increased emotion where once things really didn't matter to me, but now things have changed. Now I do feel that there is this sense of deep feelings and emotions. Things have changed for me. Things are not like what they used to be. I also feel that this affection that I have for you, it grows. And it's hard for me to not think of you in the sweetest of ways. When you're happy, I'm happy. And when you're sad and upset, my world falls apart. I don't really know what to do. I do feel that there's this sense of betrayal that has taken place. I am aware of this. I know this. I have betrayed you. And I don't feel good about it. You thought you knew me, and it turns out that you never really knew me at all. Not that well, at least. The things that you thought you knew, that you felt. Now it seems that it was all misleading. I do know the things that you've gone through. And I do feel that in this connection, there has been this sense of this lack of predictability. You thought you could predict me. Now there's a lack of trust. There's a lack of faith because I didn't do the things that I typically would have. I reacted differently. I behaved differently. I do feel that I have betrayed this relationship. This relationship that I hold still very dear to my heart. Many moons, many nights have gone by and I've laid awake in bed just staring and thinking, why is it that we are in this connection? Why is it that I cannot be with you the way that I want to? I like what I see, how the world is with you, and I want to be a part of that. But then I have my doubts. I doubt that anything in this connection, I doubt that it'll work out for me. These feelings, these emotions that I have, these doubts that I have now, it's the fact that I don't know if you and I will be together again, or together in the first place. In you I have found a hearth and home. Somebody that I can confide in, talk to. Somebody that is loving, caring. When I'm lost, you guide me home. And when I'm cold, you make me warm. Emotionally, spiritually, and physically, I feel wherever you are, that is where my home is. But I regret what I've done. I have betrayed you. And now I'm losing everything. So much has happened that I feel remorse, regret. I feel guilty for the things that I have said and done, and for the things that I never said that I should have, for the things that I never did that I should have done. There's sadness and melancholy, and now I feel like I am losing you forever. I hold you bright, but now you are out of my grasp. The light in this darkest of sky is fading. Everything around me is dark, but you were once that bright star. But because of what I did, that too is fading now. I feel every time I think of you, this feeling of nurturing, caring, protecting, providing for. This unconditional love that you have as a person. I appreciate it. I know it. I sense it. Right now, I feel as though I would love to be in your arms. And yet I know that can't happen. I want to grow with you. I want to get to know you more. Many things that happened before, things have changed now. They are no longer the same. With you, things were very fast, quite sudden. But I'd like to move on. and learn more about you, grow with you organically. Before, everything happened so fast and I could not keep up. I want to learn more about you. What is it that you were like when you were young? What do you want to be in the far future? Long after you retire, what are your dreams? I want to know about all of that, because that is what makes you, you. I also feel that in this connection, there's been this sense of abundance, this desire to have and to understand, gain knowledge, have abundance, money, wealth, materialistic gain, and to have materialistic satisfaction. I feel that it's something that's important in this connection. Money, settling down, feeling the need to have security has been something that's on my mind. And it still is. You may feel as though I have betrayed your feelings and your emotions. But the truth is that I still look and search for a relationship with you. And I want to grow and get to know you better. This time, I want to take things slow and steady. Cancer. I'm getting the vibe and messages from some people that are very, very upset with this person. You already gave them enough chances. I'm seeing that and I'm sensing that from some of you. And they knew perfectly well what they were doing when they betrayed you. And now it's difficult for you to accept them back if they want to come back into your life. Because they only discovered these feelings, these emotions after the fact. They betrayed you. And they also realized that while they were starting to develop these feelings and emotions, that is when they had betrayed you. The problem here is they want a relationship with you, but so much has happened that they are unable to even reach out to you. Because in their mind, they already have determined the outcome of the situation, which is doubt. They doubt that anything in this connection will work out. They already doubt that. Why? Because they betrayed you. And they feel the grief and the pain, the suffering and the sorrow, what they have gone through, also what they have put you through. Because of the intensity of these cards, Cancer, you might also be going through this grief, sadness, remorse, pain, suffering, sorrow. You may also feel this person betrayed you. Maybe some of you, maybe a small portion of you. Maybe you feel it was you who did this to them. That's not very common, but it does happen. I've seen in the comments when I read. So some of this could be vice versa, but the majority of it is exactly what your person of interest is feeling. In the beginning, your relationship may have started off very suddenly, and typically when I see this card, it's more of fast-paced, chemistry, a sensual, passionate connection, and then boom, suddenly the person just ghosts you and you're not really in communication as much. Well, this person caught feelings and now they are back, but they also want to just to get to know you as a person. This is the right way to do it. Before they were not like that, but now things have changed. Now they actually have feelings and emotions for you. Very strong feelings and emotions. Let's have a look at the beginners. Nope. This is the Lover's Path Tarot. Let's have a look at the Lover's Path Tarot. Oh, okay. Five of Arrows. You also had another card that came out with it. Transformation. So here I look into what is the reason why this person disconnected with you, or why the communication is less. Your person of interest may have ghosted you. They may have just faded over time. The communication between you is quite less now than before. All of this, these feelings, these emotions that have come through, some of you may feel as if you needed that sense of closure. You needed to know, why is it that they've become so distant? Usually people don't tell you what they're doing and why they're doing it. But hopefully these cards will give you a better understanding. You even got an extra card that's out, so you'll have more clarity in the situation. So here you do have Five of Arrows, Transformation, and the Four of Staves. These cards I do read in the reverse. So hopefully we can figure out what happened in the first place that caused this connection to go downhill. It may have been a very sweet connection in the beginning, but then things began to become sour. Disingenuous surrender. Defeat because of indecisiveness, because of paranoia, and because of dishonesty. Here it talks about struggle and distrust and arguments. Unfortunately, Cancer, when things were good between the both of you, you may have thought that they were okay. Your person of interest felt otherwise. They felt that in order for them to not rock the boat, they will surrender and say whatever it is that you want to hear. They will say whatever it is that you want to hear. And so even if it's a lie, even if it's false appreciation, they will still do it because they don't want to create a scene. The problem is that when they do something like this, what ends up happening is they're basically lying. But they're only doing it so that they don't rock the boat. They don't create an argument. The issue with that is that they are not being truthful. And when they're not being truthful, it turns out to be a lie. And then it piles on, piles up, piles up. And it gets to the point where this person's personality, you have a different opinion of them. But their idea here is quite different than yours. The only reason you're thinking of them like this is because of their behavior and the way they've reacted and interacted with you over time. Whatever they said yes to, whatever they have said no to, you only know those things because they said it and because they acted like that. You don't know what really happened inside of this person's heart and mind. They were actually legitimately paranoid. And they were not being honest with you. There was a lot of dishonesty here. And they felt defeated because they could not make a choice. What to do in this connection, where to go, how to do certain things. Here we also have a transformation. Transformation here, it talks about changes, endings, and beginnings. And the one here before talked about indecisiveness, right? So indecisiveness to have a change. Indecisiveness to start, beginning. Indecisiveness to end the relationship. So there was a whole lot of things going on in this person's heart and mind that they were not actually telling you at the time. And they should have spoken up. Transformation here talks about how this person had this aura of stagnation, resisting transformation, the need to move in a new direction, but the inability to do so, and possibly being very rigid. They were very set in their ways. They were not about to change. They were not about to budge or move, because that's what they thought was right. We also have here the Four of Staves. Four of Staves here, it talks about wanting stability, frustrations or disappointment at home. Here, this talks about wanting a new home but not really being able to get one. Not really at some point in time being able to accomplish the goals and actually enjoying them. Here, there's a lack of satisfaction. It also talks about wanting closure in an unstable situation but not being able to get that closure. Wanting stability, frustrations, or disappointments at home. Wanting stability, remember you had the abundance card, right? So that does talk about stability. Now we also have here frustrations or disappointments at home. For some of you, this could be frustrations and disappointments within the environment that you lived in, where there was a lot of ups and downs. But for others of you, there was a backstory to this person where wherever they were living, whoever they were living with, whatever their background was, wherever they came from, they have a sense of disappointment in the home itself, meaning the relationship that they have with their family or with their friends. It's not harmonious. It's a very rough kind of relationship. It wasn't very loving, very kind. And because of that, they saw that this is what the world is like, and they assumed that in this connection, this is how you guys would be like as well. This is why they were very rigid and they did not really want to change their ways, because of the impression and the experiences that they have had in a relationship or in an environment that they used to live in before or even currently. All right. Let me know in the comments below, did that resonate with anybody? I have here the Beginner's Tarot. So here I look into any actions, any plans, any intentions your person of interest may have. Ooh, Hermit. Very good card to have. Very good. And then, boom, we have the Knight of Swords. Followed by the Fool card. Ooh, yikes. Very interesting. The Devil. Here we have the Hermit card. First card is the strongest. Your person of interest has gone through a lot. You have gone through a lot. They want not only to heal, but they feel really bad about the situation, and they need to take a step back, not only with the healing, but they need to reevaluate who they are, what they do, why they do the things that they do. Why did they do this to you in the first place? How can they fix the situation? In this connection, there will be distance. It could be currently, right now, or in the coming future. This person is not going to really talk to you, not really talk to many people. They will be very much in isolation, detached. They might even be, I'm getting the word passive-aggressive. They may become a little bit nitpicky too. Just because they're trying to focus on the situation, which is this connection that they have with you and what happened. They force themselves into loneliness. This is this person isolating themselves, self-contemplation, introspection. Why do I do the things that I do? How can I be a better person? How can I transform and accommodate as well and not be so rigid? Set in my ways. How can I change that? Here, your person of interest is definitely changing and they're evolving. And with this contemplation, they will start to change. They're also taking a step back and being very much alone in order to detach from the world's point of views and just see what it is on the inside, how they feel. Things are going to change drastically. right after this, it's almost as if I'm seeing somebody come out from a curtain, a sheer curtain, and they walk out. It's strange what I'm seeing. I'm seeing a desert. And I'm seeing a tent. The outside of it is quite thin. It's like linen, old linen. And it's cream white. And I see a veil, like not a veil, but it's like sheer material as a doorway, which is like a big rectangle. There's wind blowing, and this individual is on the inside, and then they walk outside. And then they see that they're surrounded by desert. From there, they are now emerging from there. Knight of Swords. So somehow in this vision, I guess, this person's supposed to have either a camel, maybe a camel or a horse. And most likely it's a camel. It'll be easier on the sand. But this individual is rushing back into your life. Rushing. The speed is intense. And it's because when they came out of this tent, they look at the desert and it's just endless. It's a sea of dunes. And it's difficult for them to even look beyond. And they realize that it's going to take me forever to get back to my Cancer. So I better hurry. Hurry the hell up. This is why this person has wasted a lot of time. They have kept themselves in isolation for a while. And then they're going to want to rush back into your life. Let me know somehow if that resonates with anybody. That vision was very strange. Very, very vivid. Most of the visions I have are just metaphorical though. Here we also have the Fool card. Your person of interest here is rushing back into your life. Now, one of the things you have to be cautious about, your person of interest is not a very mature individual. They are very immature and they are inexperienced in many things. They don't have the right experience for certain things. In terms of matters of the heart, this is the Fool card. They are walking back into your life. However, this individual takes action first and thinks later. And when you have that type of a situation, the individual will make mistakes and the connection could finish as soon as it had started. So you don't want to rush into the situation with this individual because that is what they know and that is who they are and that's how they do things. So we have here this individual that wants to come back into your life. They do want to take a leap of faith and be with you. The only issue is, yes, they have good intentions. However, will it last? That's the only issue. We also have here the Sun. They are aware that you do make them happy. There's love, abundance, joy, freedom, prosperity, everything that's under the sun that's good. They want to approach you. And they are going to approach you. Just be aware that when they do, you will have to lead the way. Remember the growth card. So many things in this connection happened at a very fast pace, just like here, right? And that's a problem. So even though this person decides, okay, you know what? I do want my Cancer. I don't care what it takes. I'm going to get through that desert. I'm going to reach to my goal. This person ends up reaching to you. The problem is that they're rushing. And my recommendation to you, because you had the growth card, would be take it slow with this person. You set the pace. The reason why is because you're dealing with a page. This is somebody that has not a lot of confidence, self-esteem, lack of confidence. Before they may have been quite confident, but things have changed. They're not like that anymore. Because of the circumstances that they are in, the disappointments in the home, the lack of knowledge and freedom that they've had, they now realize that they're a small person in this giant picture. And you make up the majority of the picture and they're just somebody who's tiny. What we have here is a situation where your person of interest wants to reach out, but they don't have the confidence to do so. And so they may be sitting in the back, basically having a look at social media, maybe seeing what it is that you're up to, who you're with, what you're doing. And if you're not on social media, because not everybody is, this individual could be just having a look through or talking to people that are mutual friends, relatives, things like that. So here this individual does want to know about you, but they don't have the courage to actually talk to you or like engage in anything with you right now. So they have the intention. Are they taking any action towards you? I do see that, especially with the Knight of Swords and the Fool card. I do see that they are going to approach you. My recommendation, just be careful. Even if it's a knight, okay, the person's still a fool. And they're still a page. Here we also have the Devil card, the overall arching theme. It is extremely difficult for this person to release themselves from the energy that exists between the both of you. Sensually and spiritually, they feel connected and bound to you. No matter where they go, no matter what they do, they end up feeling that there's this kind of spark that burns them all of a sudden, and they feel and they remind themselves that, oh, yeah, there's cancer too. I miss my cancer. They constantly think about you. Here we have a situation where there is sexual addiction. There is addiction to an individual. This person is addicted to you. They are literally addicted to you. They're obsessing over you because they cannot have you. Because of this, sometimes that type of a connection becomes very toxic. But right now, this is very internal. Your person of interest here feels that they want to release themselves from you, but they cannot. They find themselves tied to you. Is it passionate? It can turn into something very passionate. But they have a lot of desire for you as well. And sometimes that desire may just be toxic, in the sense that there's too much desire, too much lust, and there's less emotions and there's less love. So the passion still exists. That's fine. It's just a matter of bringing up that level, bringing all the levels up, emotionally, spiritually, and physically. They should all be on the same level. Right now, there's an imbalance. All right. Just going to do a quick prayer. I have here Archangel Answer cards, and these messages are brought to you by Archangels Michael, Raphael, Gabriel, and Uriel. Okay. We have here recovery. First card is the strongest. The angels in heaven are worried about your health. The majority of you. This person, emotionally, spiritually, physically, they may have done a few things that have affected you negatively in that way. So here we do have recovery. Recovery will happen. That's good. You are going to recover. And this could be basically this person was just stressing you out. They were draining you, things like that. We also have here, look for a sign. So do look for signs and synchronicities that come to you. Don't go out searching for them. They will come to you naturally. Eventually, things are supposed to get better. There is supposed to be a peaceful resolution between the both of you, so that's really good. But all of this is going to happen, Cancer, only after you start to recover emotionally, spiritually, and physically. You have to recover. Here, you have to take care of your mind, body, spirit, and your soul. All four of those things. That makes up you. Health comes first. Health is wealth. Health is happiness. That is why you have the first card as the strongest, because they are concerned about you. They want you to take care of yourself going forward. Here, will there be a peaceful resolution within the next few weeks? It does indicate here that it might not be within the next few weeks. It could be next few months. Within the next few months, is it going to happen? It does say no. It's not going to happen anytime soon, immediately. For some, because this is a general love reading, it might happen soon. The only thing is, it does say perfect timing, which does mean that no, this will happen in perfect timing, meaning it'll happen in divine timing, not the time when you think it's supposed to happen. The peaceful resolution will occur near the time of the next few weeks or so, next few months or so. But it's not going to happen during the time when you think it to be. We also have here helpful people. With the helpful people card, this does talk about how in this connection there is this lack of understanding, this lack of knowledge, that there is this group of friends, group of family members, people, one or two people, two or three people, that really, really care for you. And they worry for you. You don't even know that they are ready to be there for you. So here, within the next few weeks, the cards here recommend, the angels here recommend, to talk to some people that you feel that are positive with you. This is your friends, your family members. Talk to them about what? About the connection, about the relationship, about the problems that you're facing. And also, it will help you release some of that negative energy that you're holding on to unknowingly. This is unbeknownst to you. You don't know that. But these things do latch on, negative energies, when we have these type of problems where we become a bit depressed, sad, lonely. We also have here, yes, under the bottom of the deck, the overall arching theme. It's with an exclamation mark. Yes, there's going to be a better balance in the future going forward. For now, all I'm seeing is that it's really important, these two things, well, rather these three things. One is recovery, take care of yourself. The other is there's going to be a peaceful resolution in this connection, but also it's important for you not to keep this on the inside and just keep it to yourself. Talk to others, let them know certain things that you may have experienced, things that you have faced, and they can most likely give you some advice. Make sure the person is the right kind of person that can give you the right type of advice. Here, for this card, for those of you that feel that you do have spiritual, you're feeling down in terms of your chakras, or there's an imbalance, which is associated to your bodily functions, do have a look on my website, www.asnointia.com. I have the chakra checkup package, and I also have the Holy Light package. There you'll be able to see what it is that they help out with. It's to help you regain balance in your body, but also it is metaphysical in nature. This is all pseudoscience in nature, and these things can only be experienced and felt by yourself, by my clients. And so they do help a lot. The Chakra Checkup package has more of a private reading involved. The other one, which is a Holy Light package, that is actually a self-help guide. I would recommend that you actually do have, along with that, don't forget to get the water wellness package. Because it's regarding recovery, I also recommend for you to get the water wellness package as well. Cancer, that is your reading. I hope I was able to give you the proper advice, and you guys, if you're resonating with it, please let me know. Let me know if any of this resonated with you. And even the cards before, it does seem as if this person was kind of in a rush. There's that lack of closure, lack of stability in a sense, but wanting to build something with you. That is truly what they desire. It's just a matter of not rushing into it, because things were like that before. All right. You all take care. Stay safe. I'll see you guys again. Bye now.